All right, good morning. Now, today we are going to start our new topic, which is price effect. And this topic is in continuation of our last topic, where we discussed how changes in income and changes in price affect the consumer's optimum. When we allow changes in income, then what happens? Income line, budget line shifts outward or inward, and from there we drive the income expansion path, income offer curve or income consumption curve. And when we extend that diagram to lower axis and the leftward side, then we obtain angel curve for x and y. In the next lecture, when we allow the changes in price, then we obtain price offer curve or price expansion path or price consumption curve, and from there we drive the demand curve and the cross demand curve. Now this topic is the extension of the previous one, and it combines these two, and this topic is available. Sometime it is given in the book as a price effect, or sometime it is also referred as a total effect. I already wrote the topic available in the book Visanka and Birotagam. It is chapter 5 and the page number 164 and 1 onward, while in Pendagon Robenfeld the chapter is 4 and the pages are 139 and onward. So now let us see. I will take one case that I will assume that if price increases, then how consumers optimum changes and what are the resultant effect which arises because of changes in price of X, and we are going to use different concepts in this context. So now let me first explain how changes in the price affects the consumer's opportunity set. Now you already know that the budget line is given by m equal px x plus py into y, and using this equation, if we plot the budget line, then it is given by vertical intercept and horizontal intercept, and when we join these 2 points, that gives us the budget line, and the other slope of px over py. So this budget line is obtained when income, price of x and price of y is known to consumer, are given to the consumer. Now when we are allowing the changes in the price of x while keeping income and price of y constant, price of y and income are constant, only price of x changes, then it has two effects on the weight line. So suppose if we increase the price of x, keeping price of y and income constant, if we increase the price of x, then what happens? This is the new budget line where horizontal intercept is m divided by new price of x. There is no change on the vertical intercept. So what happens with the increase in price of x? Consumers' opportunity reduces by this much amount. In other words, we can say that consumers' purchasing power reduces or consumers' real income reduces. So this is a fall in real income. Okay. The second thing is that when price of x rises, then the slope of budget line also changes, and this slope of budget line is now px dash, the new price of x, divided by price of y. Now you can recall when we were discussing the slope of budget line, we also said that the slope of budget line can be interpreted as market rate of exchange. So when price of x rises, then the x commodity becomes relatively expensive as compared to y. So market rate of exchange also changes. So there are two effects that comes as a result of the price of x. One is known as changes in real income, or consumer purchasing power changes. In this case, purchasing power is reducing, or purchasing power falls. That is one effect. The second thing is that px over py changes. So what we are going to do, we are going to take these two changes and analyze how consumers' optimum is going to be affected due to increase in price of x. Okay, now let me draw the diagram first, and then I will explain you step by step. Okay, we will start from some initial condition where consumer has certain income level, price of x and price of y. And consumer's preference are known. So given income level, price of x and price of y, we can draw the budget line. Now one thing, make sure that you understand the diagram, how I am drawing this diagram and what is the technique I am using. So it will be helpful for you to draw different cases. So let us call a point initial condition where consumer is at optimum and the consumer's bundles are XC and YA at optimum, and it's a case of interior solution where optimum condition of marginal rate of substitution, that is the slope of indifference curve, is equal to the slope of budget line, which is minus Px over Py. Yes. All right. Now we allow changes in price of x, and we are saying that price of x rises while income and price of y is constant. Okay, so when price of x rises, if we plot the new budget line with the rise in price of x, so new budget line is look like this one. So this is new budget line, new condition. Now suppose at new price and with given income and price of y, the new optimum point is somewhere here, which we call C. So new optimum bundles are XC, YC. Okay. So what happens with the increase in price of x? When x becomes relatively expensive as compared to y, we have a new optimum point which satisfies the optimum condition, that is MR is equal to price of x over Py, and consumer attains new satisfaction level. Okay. So consumer is at new equilibrium point consuming XC of X commodity and YC of Y commodity. Now as I told you earlier that with an increase in price of X, the two things happen simultaneously. First, consumers' real income changes, and second, the market price ratio changes. And because of these two effect, consumer move from point A to point C. Now A to C is because of the changes in real income and change in price ratio. Now let us separate out these two effects. Now we want to separate it and see how consumer behave if we allow changes in real income, and secondly how while prices are constant, how price ratio remains same, and secondly how consumers behave if we keep consumers' real income constant and price ratio changes. Okay. So if we keep what happens as a result of price increase? Consumer is worse off. Consumer attains lower satisfaction level, purchasing power reduce at new price ratio. Okay, and consumers worse off because consumers' real income changes. Now suppose we assume that consumers' real income doesn't change. Consumer real income doesn't change means that consumer remains along on same preference level. The price ratio changes, but consumer satisfaction remains unchanged. Okay. So what we do that we draw an hypothetical and imaginary baseline which presumes that consumers' real income changes. Consumers' real income is constant while consumers uh, is paying the different price and that is the new price. So what we do, we draw a hypothetical or fictitious baseline or imaginary baseline which is parallel to new baseline and tangent to original indifference curve. Okay. So if you plot that line, it looks like this one. So this red line is parallel to blue line, means the price ratio is same. Blue line slope and the red line slopes are same. The price ratio are same means that and this price ratio reflects the increased price of X and the constant price of Y. And the optimum point is somewhere here, point B. So if I extend point B, the new optimum point when consumer's real income is constant, the price ratio changes because A is the point or optimum point at original price ratio before change in price. B is the point when price ratio changes. Okay. On point A and B, the real income are constant. The price ratios are changing. So we have a bundle slide XC and YB. Okay. So what happens when price of X rises? If we assume that consumer's real income is constant, okay, consumer assumes that his real income is constant, only price is changing. So what happens? Consumer move from point optimum A to B. When consumer realizes that with the rise in price, his or her real income has also changed. So what happens? Consumer move further, changes the optimum point, and that is movement from B to C. Now this movement from A to B is known as the substitution effect. Movement from B to C is known as the income effect. The substitution effect is movement along the same indifference curve. Movement along the same indifference curve when price ratio changes and consumers nominal income and price of Y is constant. Okay, and consumers real income is constant. Okay, so substitution effect is the movement along the indifference curve when consumers real income is kept constant while price ratio changes. Point B to C is the income effect, and you can notice that B and C are drawn on the budget line, which are red and blue, which are parallel. It means the price ratio is constant, the slopes are constant. Okay, so B to C is the income effect when consumer move across the indifference curve due to changes in real income while price ratio are constant, and that is known as income effect. And the total effect is the sum of these two, that is known as price effect. Okay, so now let us write down this all phenomena mechanism, what is happening. First we are talking about substitution effect. Substitution effect implies movement from A to B I write this way. And this movement is with the condition that the Px over Py changes while real income constant. So with the increase in price of X, the substitution effect tells you that consumer move from XA to X. I'm sorry, this is XB. XB. Okay. So in this case, the X reduces. Secondly, the income effect. Which is the movement from B to C and this movement across the indifference curve is because of we allowing the real income changes, real income is changing while price ratio is constant. As a result of this, what happens? Consumer reduces from XP to XC, that means X reduces. The total effect or the price effect is substitution effect plus income effect. Substitution effect, in this case, XA to XB, income effect is XB to XC, substitution effect reduces X, income effect further reduces the X, the total effect is the overall X reduces from XA to XC is the final for the X. Okay, okay, let we are right here. So in this case, when price of X is rising, the X is reduces from XA to XB, and XB to XC, X reduces, and overall X reduces from XA to XC. Okay, the arrow sign shows the reduction. Okay, okay, now given this price effect where we have substitution effect and income effect, what type of X is? Okay, now substitution effect tells you that when price of X rises and income and price of Y is constant and consumer's real income is kept constant, then rise in price of X reduces the X commodity. X becomes expensive, so consumer is going to reduce his or her consumption of X even real income is constant. So that is normal phenomena. Okay, when some commodity becomes expensive, then individuals are going to reduce consumption of that commodity, and that is given by here. Secondly, when consumer realizes that his or her real income reduces, keeping price ratio constant, then the product may increase or decrease. In this case, the consumption of X is falling, so we are saying that X is, that is normal phenomena. So on the basis of this, what we say that X is normal good. Okay, okay, so that is the case for how increase in price of X is going to affect the consumption of X, taking into account the changes in real income and the price ratio. One more thing, that when we I draw the imaginary weight line, okay, the fictitious weight line or hypothetical weight line, there might be a policy issue that suppose if price of X rises, as we took it here, and simultaneously we say that if consumer is compensated by increase in nominal income so that his or her real income remains same, in such a way that he or she remains on same indifference curve. Okay, that is the same phenomena that is drawing the point B. That agar if we are compensating the consumer to the extent that he or she remains on the same indifference curve, means that we want to keep him